All hail the king. It's a dawn of a new era. And what a celebration we're going to have today. What a celebration. And a big discussion we're all going to hold. Aaron Judge has broken Roger Maris's home run record of 61 home runs. And what does this mean? And it's bringing out a lot of debate. It's bringing out a lot of conversation. And together in our community, we're also going to have this discussion. Is this the true record? Is Aaron Judge the home run king? And we're going to be talking a lot about how sports is a microcosm of what's going on in the world right now. Our society, it's being reflected, and the energy themes that we're going through right now, we're experiencing it through sports. So you might be new to the channel. You might want to learn about Aaron Judge, and is this the real home run record? You guys will share it in the chat. Is this the home run record? We're going to be going deep into it today. And if you're new to the channel, we just take a minute as we allow the rest of our family to come on the live stream. If you're watching on the replay, a minute to just settle in. So we're going to play this frequency, and it allows our mind to get in tune, to retain the information that we're about to get. All right, it's good to see you all. I've been watching sports for a long time. I could say that over the course of recent years, I've been really more focused on football. But years ago, I used to watch a lot of sports with my dad, and this past year, and watching Aaron Judge finally break the home run record. It's really interesting. It brings back a lot of nostalgia when I used to watch the games with my father, and reflecting back on Derek Jeter. This is actually Jeter's jersey I got on right now. But yeah, we're going to be talking about Aaron Judge and what this means, and how this is representing what society is all going through right now. And you know what? Sometimes if we look at these situations, we could dive into a bigger picture of what's going on in the world right now. And, you guys, you might say that Aaron Judge is now the home run title holder. He's the home run king. And some of you might say that Barry Bonds is the home run king. And who really has the truthful record? And that's what we're all here to break down, because when we look at what's going on in the sports world, especially right now in this year, it's representing what's happening in society as a whole. It's good to see everyone. As you come in, please smash the like button. It's going to help others find this message and stumble across this beautiful conversation that we're going to have today. A lot of people might be stumbling across our channel today with this very powerful topic that's going around the internet right now. And we're going to be breaking it down as well. And we're going to be really realizing that the people make the decisions. And we're going to see how double standards. Do you know about double standards? Double standards are part of our world right now. And we have to realize that we're all put into a certain situation, right? And that's the world as a whole right now. Years ago, a lot of people that were playing in an era where baseball players were using performance-enhancing drugs, we can't really blame them, because that was the culture at the time. When we look at the world, a lot of you might be on your awakening journey and you're seeing certain things, but we can't blame our brothers and sisters because, they are going through a time period that this is the culture of the time period. And that's what we're all going to be discussing today. And some people on our channel, this might be new information to you. Some people might be coming on and they know all about this, but this is going to teach us about what's going on in the world and how this year it's the collapse of the old, it's the collapse of the corruption, and it's being restored. And the people are the ones that are going to restore it. So we gave everyone enough time to come on. If you haven't done so already, please smash the like button. It helps others find this message. If it calls you, subscribe to the channel, click the bell next to subscribe and select all. You're going to get all the updates. We do daily videos on this channel. I'm very grateful for all the support on Patreon. We have live Zoom meetings so we could all collaborate together. There's many topics. You might stumble across this message today. Maybe there's topics in the world, things that you want to change in your life. That's what we discuss on this channel. So if you'd like to join Patreon, the link is pinned above and in the description. Last night, Aaron Judge broke Roger Maris's American League home run record of 62 home runs. He now is the holder of 62 home runs. And, it's being celebrated. If you're not familiar with baseball, baseball is two leagues, and that's kind of seen in all sports, right? So you have the American League and the National League. And many years ago, Babe Ruth broke the home run record. He had 60 home runs. And then a little bit later on, in 1961, Roger Maris broke the home run record. He had 61 home runs. And wouldn't you believe this very interesting synchronicities? 61 years ago, in 1961, Roger Maris hit 61 home runs. And last night, Aaron Judge broke that record with 62 home runs. He is now the American League home run king. He has the most home runs. He has more home runs than Babe Ruth, more home runs than Roger Maris. But what it does, it brings up a very important debate. When we reflect on sports, it actually shows us what's going on in the world right now. In the late 90s and the early 2000s, it was an era where athletes were using performance-enhancing drugs. Some of you that have been following sports, you know about this era. And no one ever hit 60 home runs until the late 90s. In 1998, Mark McGwire hit 70 home runs. He was in the National League. And then in 2001, Barry Bonds hit 73 home runs. But we have realized that during this time period, these baseball players, they passed 61 home runs. But they passed 61 home runs while using performance-enhancing drugs. And it brings up a big debate right now. And this is what could be shown in the world right now. In the record books, Barry Bonds has 73 home runs. And is this the home run record? Last night when Aaron Judge broke the record of 62 home runs, it was celebrated like that was the record. But in the record books, it says that Barry Bonds has 73 home runs. And no one has hit over 60 home runs since that time period. And it's really important that we realize that, sports is a microcosm of what we see in the world today. And you know what? We can't blame people at the time that, used performance-enhancing drugs because it was part of the culture at the time. And if you could recall back in the day when you saw these home runs being hit and the change that happened after, the culture of the time was changed. Oh, it is Judgment Day, Janet. It's good that we're all here. I'm grateful. As you guys come in, please smash the like button. It's going to help others find this message. When we look at the double standards in the world, we are all the judges right now. We're the judges right now. And judgment is being cast. It's actually an energetic theme. But, I can share, number one, I don't blame Barry Bonds, because Barry Bonds was playing in a time period where this was the culture. And this was a story that others have shared. And, Barry Bonds actually looked at, maybe lesser athletes like McGuire and Sosa. And, now he, at that time period, decided to maybe use those performance-enhancing drugs. And you know what? It makes us have this very important realization. When it's all the culture, and that's what we see in the world right now, there's a lot of corruption in the world. And sometimes corruption makes other people partake in the corruption, even if they don't want to really do that. But how will they get ahead? It has to be an even playing field. A lot of people, they're not playing on an even playing field. They're playing in a world where controllers, they're actually holding dominion over people. The game is rigged. Did you know that the game is rigged, Light Warriors? The game is rigged. And it really shows us, what are the different, you understand? What are the different things that we're witnessing in the world? A lot of people, and when we get to the end of today's discussion, a lot of people now, it doesn't matter what the MLB wants to write. They say Aaron Judge is now the home run king. And some people say Barry Bonds has the record with 73. But it causes this very, very interesting question. Barry Bonds is not in the Hall of Fame. Should Barry Bonds be in the Hall of Fame? And if Barry Bonds is not placed in the Hall of Fame, how does his record still stand? So it makes us question. Once again, I don't blame Barry Bonds. And I actually, I would like to support Barry Bonds when it comes to the Hall of Fame. And I want everyone to really focus that, there are lesser players. It's very interesting. There's lesser players than Barry Bonds that actually they just walked right into the Hall of Fame, even though they have a cloud of suspicion of using performance-enhancing drugs. Just like Barry Bonds. It's known that the media didn't like Barry Bonds. If you were a sports fan growing up and you remember this, why don't you share in the comments? Did you know that the media really didn't like Barry Bonds? And did you know that the media actually votes people into the Hall of Fame? It's very interesting. So there is another person, and some of you know this person, David Ortiz. Oh, David Ortiz, he walked right into the Hall of Fame, even though he's a lesser player than Barry Bonds. Barry Bonds, a much better player than David Ortiz. Oh, but David Ortiz went right into the Hall of Fame. Oh, did you know that David Ortiz actually works for the media right now? Oh, yeah. Oh, so we have to start asking the questions. And sometimes when we look at sports, and I hope that a lot of people that are part of our channel are paying attention to this message today, we have to ask the question, how come David Ortiz was able to walk right into the Hall of Fame when people knew there's a cloud of suspicion of him using performance-enhancing drugs, but Barry Bonds cannot go into the Hall of Fame? I'm not here to, maybe say that a person is, right or wrong, but it's here to ask the question of what's going on in the world, really. When we sit back and we, look at these things, Why are there these double standards? But what it shows us that the media, these other institutions are controlling, and now we're going to learn that the people actually control what the reality actually is. Cardinal Healings 1111. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Sports is another way for the cabal to divide humanity and conquer. It's all rigged. Thank you so much for the support. I appreciate you. Sometimes when we look at these things, and we always have to remember, whenever we see, there's always the law of 80-20. We can look at players. We can look at all different types of athletes, for example. Not every person is good or bad. We don't paint the world with a broad stroke, but we can see that there is something that's off in the sports world. And what we could see right now is that the people are actually, this has been a big debate across all platforms right now. People say now that Aaron Judge is the home run king. So there is a lot of questioning of what's going on. As a society, we choose. As a society, we choose. So as Aaron Judge just broke the home run record of 62 home runs, people celebrated it last night. We celebrated last night as he is the home run king. Some people say that Barry Bonds has the single season home run record. Maybe not. A lot of injuries in sports this year. It's very interesting. That's why you got to stay healthy at this time. Sometimes I'm watching the sports. I'm saying, oh, this guy's getting injured. Why are all these players getting injured? So people will choose. Some people choose that to acknowledge. Some people acknowledge Barry Bonds. He's the single season home run record holder. Some people acknowledge Aaron Judge. He is the single season home run record holder. As a society, we choose what we acknowledge to be the truth. You could see this in the world right now. Some people, they acknowledge this creature is my leader, for example. They'll say that, no, this is the leader. Who are our leaders? And we have to realize that society as a whole is the leaders. So, and when we look at sports and, a lot of, as you come in, please smash the like button. It's going to help others find this topic. The mental aspect of life, is so important. A lot of people don't realize. That's why on our channel, if you're stumbling across our channel today, we talk about mental health. Aaron Judge, he was actually on pace to hit about 65 or 66 home runs. But he was stuck on 61 home runs for a long time. And this also brings out a lot of aspects of society right now. A lot of pitchers that were up against Aaron Judge, they didn't want to throw him the ball. They didn't want to give him a fair chance to, say, hit the ball, because social media, we share about social media on our channel. And, they didn't want to have these viral videos and look like the pitcher, because millions upon millions of people in the course of history are going to watch that footage of Aaron Judge. It's a very interesting story. Please don't go anywhere. It's a very interesting story because God works through sports even. Don't go anywhere. People did not want to be, seen on social media, all these viral videos as the pitcher that, gave up the home run, the record-breaking home run. So they would purposely throw these balls that Aaron Judge couldn't hit. It actually messed with his mind. Then when he was seeing balls that he could hit, he didn't know if he should swing. He was walking. He was all over the place. So while he kept hitting home runs, it took him about a week to hit this final home run. He got stuck there. You on your journey. That's why if you'd like to join our Patreon, we talk about the 8 dimensions of wellness. And when we look at sports, we have to realize, even though it's a physical thing, it's a mental thing as well. It's very important to realize the mental aspect of life. So when you are stuck on something, we could all see that Aaron Judge was stuck on something. He was running out of games. Tonight, there's one last game. He did it with 1 game left. Sometimes when the pressure is on, sometimes in inopportune conditions, you need to perform at your finest. And he finally hit that home run. He had 1 game left to do it. He finally hit that home run. But there is a very big mental aspect of creating your reality. You have to produce, right? We're living in this world and we have to do things physically. We have to do things physically on our journey. But the mental aspect behind it, the spiritual aspect behind it, and you might be new to the channel because of this topic. The mental aspect behind these things is so important. And we have to really have a clear mind. You could see that with Aaron Judge. So you have to, really keep moving forward and keep your mind clear, because that is really what's going to create the reality that you're experiencing. Prior to Aaron Judge breaking this record, I shared that this has a biblical meaning. If you haven't done so already, please smash the like button. It's going to help others learn a lesson today. It's really amazing when you look at things. It's literally like, some people say that, we live in a matrix reality. We live in a simulation, if you will. And Aaron Judge, if you look at his name, it means the exalted, powerful judge. The judge is going to bring judgment upon this world right now. And the most interesting thing of all, I saw it right before it happened. Light Warriors, I'm watching the TV for one of the rare times. I watch sports, right? I learn a lot through sports. Sports is teaching us all about life. I'm watching the TV and I look at the picture and I see the name Jesus. Jesus, thanks for giving up the pitch. So we see that Jesus gave up the home run for judgment to create this very revealing debate. This true story. I know some people are watching this message. They say, "What is he talking about today?" But when you sit back, you have to look at everything. Some people, I'm just a common guy. I go about my everyday life, but God has given me the answers. And in that moment of time, Jesus dropped the bomb to judge, to cause all of this. And this is a very big topic right now. So many people are asking the topic, who is the home run king right now? What is the real record? Is 62 the record? Is 73 the record? Future proofs past. We're going back in time. We're looking at all these things. Can we blame these people? I don't think we could blame them, because that was the culture at the time. And I don't blame, but we have to sit back and look at what's going on right now. And, we're creating big change. There's big changes that are happening in the world right now. And that's what, when we sit back and we look at these, these events in sports, it teaches us, a lot about resiliency. A lot of you I'm sure a lot of people listening to this message right now, you maybe go for the underdog. You know, and even Aaron Judge was an underdog. Even though he's a really, there's one game left, William. He did it with one game left. He could also win the Triple Crown tonight. Some people say that this is one of the greatest seasons in the history of baseball, especially if he hits the Triple Crown. That's beyond his control because someone else, it depends on who has the better batting average by the end of that game tonight. And so it's really interesting when you look at the world and you look at, wow, all of these synchronicities. What are the names? You look at the names, you look at the synchronicities in the world. It's unbelievable. So, yeah, the Triple Crown is coming. We're bringing the crowns home. Remember the old crown? Remember the crown that just fell? The judge gets the crown now. And right before that happened, they show on the TV. Right on the TV. I'm looking at the TV. And I see the name Jesus. Jesus. There are no such things as coincidences. Only synchronicities. And I hope that this message helps you to realize what's really going on, you know? And again, even though certain things, they might write it down in the Matrix, right? Like it'll say Barry Bonds, 7. He's also in the National League. That's why they're celebrating this as the American League record. There's 2 leagues in Major League, but you know, they never really do that. It's usually whoever it doesn't matter which league you're in, that's considered the record. But the way that they're celebrating this record, it's showing that this is shown as, or people acknowledge this. People acknowledge this as the authentic record. People acknowledge this as the authentic record. And that's what this time period is all about. It's not about what they tell you on the TV. You might be new to the channel. Do you see your friends and family? They're watching the TV. Oh, that's the truth. But it's actually the people. So a lot of people, and that's what we're literally, as we're seeing the world being split up into 2 frequencies right now, we literally see this in sports as well. You might be new to the awakening journey coming across this message, and you could see that in sports, we have a microcosm of what's going on in the world right now. So a lot of people are acknowledging, last night, Aaron Judge is now the single season home run king. And some people still acknowledge Barry Bonds as the home run king. There is no right or wrong behind this. Remember, these topics, it's all your perception and a reflection of the inside of you. And more people, we don't have to worry about numbers on a paper anymore. That's what this lesson teaches us right now. So many people are now acknowledging Aaron Judge as the home run single season record holder. Some people, they acknowledge Barry Bonds as the home run single season record holder. It's just a concept for all people to digest. And who do you think is the authentic home run record holder? You could let me know in the chat right now. You could let me know in the comments. Who do you feel, or who do you acknowledge as the single season home run record holder? And that's what this time period is all about. We're seeing this, like the standards. I'm going to start hitting those home runs, Lynn. I appreciate you, Lynn. Miguel is still out there, I think. But it's a very good concept, and I like to address topics that all people can relate to. I know there's a lot of people that do relate to sports, and you know, this is something that we could see that's happening in the sports world that is, really showing us a lot. And a lot of people are waking up to this right now. But when we sit back and we use these things, we have to remember there are so many millions upon millions of people that are literally playing this out right now. They're playing this out right now. And that's what we're all experiencing in the world right now. So as we could reflect on the sports world, and we could see that, this long-term record, and it was another synchronicity as well. Babe Ruth, Roger Maris, and now Aaron Judge all played right field for the New York Yankees. Are we in like some kind of simulation? Isn't it crazy, the synchronicities? I'm sharing this with all of you. Really look at sports, and you're going to see and when you sit back and you really break down all of these occurrences in sports and the synchronicities, it's a very interesting world out there. Harley Ray Crystal Shop, thank you so much for the support. It is Judgment Day. Today is Judgment Day, Light Warriors. Today is Judgment Day. Thank you so much, Harley Ray. And if you're in the California area, you should check out Harley Ray's Crystal Shop. They have tremendous crystals. If you're new to the channel, crystals actually play a role. They give off a certain vibrational frequency that actually affects our cells. I talk about everything on this channel. That's why it's called Our Everyday Lives. Please continue to smash the like button so we could get a new topic out there into the ether, and we start bringing in new people into our channel and community. And I'm very grateful for all of you. Oh yeah, Michael, let's get it on. We're getting it on right now. So who do you feel is the new home run record holder? This is really showing us what's happening in the world right now. And, Aaron Judge, is he now the single season home run king? Is it still Barry Bonds? Who knows? But only you know the truth. The truth is in your sacred heart, and it's where you pay your attention to. You could feel the energy. You could feel the energy behind certain things. You could say, oh, this doesn't feel right to me, or this feels right to me. When we look at even athletes, and this is just something that the world really is focused on, you could feel the energy behind these very interesting records. A record has been set. All hail the king. If you find this message interesting and you would like to learn more about our reality in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration, why don't you click subscribe, give the video a like so it becomes visible to more people, and please share with one other person, because when we all share with one other person, we will rapidly grow our 5D community. I'm very grateful for all of your support and input. When I get off here, please leave in the comments, who is your favorite sports athlete? Did you learn something from today's lesson? Is Aaron Judge the new home run king? Is it still Barry Bonds? It's all up to each and every one of you. I'm grateful when you guys leave comments. It helps the algorithms. Keep smashing the like button. Please subscribe to the channel. We do daily videos and all different types of topics on this channel. If you'd like to join our Patreon, the link is in the description. And I'm grateful for all of you. And, sometimes we just have the answers right in front of our face. We're all going to make it. We're going through this massive shift right now. So I love you all. Ireland's going live right now. Check out Ireland's live stream. She's going on in a few minutes. And I hope that this message and lesson helps you to open your mind, expand your consciousness, what's really going on in the world right now, and listen to all the stories, because these are microcosms of what's happening in your everyday life and what's happening in the world as a whole. As we're watching the Matrix, it's collapsing right now. The old, it can't hold on. The people are so bright, and we're putting respect on those that resonate with us at this time. Love you all. I hope that this message is helpful for all of you. Have a great day. Namaste.